1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has urged the international community to come together to create a common charter for the survival of the planet. Pakistan and European Union have agreed to make joint efforts to combat the effects of climate change. Shehbaz Sharif says rehabilitation of flood-affected people in the country is top priority of the government. Minister for Information Technology says establishment of IT Park in Karachi will turn the city into a digital gateway and help strengthen the national economy. Modi-led fascist Indian regime is conspiring to take control of the Haidarpura residence of the late Qaid-e-Hurriyat Sayyid Ali Gilani in Srinagar to erase the symbol of freedom from Kashmiri's memories. China has strongly opposed the visit of the Trade Minister of the United Kingdom to Taiwan. And the first semi-final of ICC Men's T20 World Cup between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played at Sydney on Wednesday. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has urged the international community to come together to create a common charter for the survival of the planet. He expressed these views during a meeting with UAE President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan on the sidelines of the COP27 summit in Egypt. The Prime Minister thanked the people and leadership of UAE for helping flood-affected people of Pakistan. He termed the commitment of COP27 as a good omen to combat the effects of climate change. The two leaders agreed to work together on issues of common interests. Pakistan and European Union have agreed to make joint efforts for combating the effects of climate change. The understanding was reached during meeting of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif with President of European Union Commission Ursula von der Leyen on the sidelines of COP27 summit in Egypt. Underscoring the need for international cooperation to address challenges of climate change, the Prime Minister said the whole world will have to suffer the effects of climate change in future, which the developing countries are facing today. He appreciated the cooperation of European countries in removing Pakistan from FATF's grey list and their spirit of helping the flood-affected people in Pakistan. Shehbaz Sharif said Pakistan and the European Union are important partners in achieving common goals. He said there exists a huge trade potential between Pakistan and European Union, which needs to be taken to the optimum level. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says rehabilitation of flood-affected people in the country is top priority of the government. He was talking to Managing Director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, in Egypt today on the sidelines of the COP27 summit. The Prime Minister said COVID-19 pandemic, global recession and the recent flash floods have adversely affected pace of Pakistan's economic recovery. He said, "We have changed our budget estimates for immediate support and rehabilitation of flood victims." Acknowledging the cooperation of IMF, the Prime Minister expressed the commitment to complete the latest IMF program. He hoped that the COP27 summit will be the milestone in achieving climate justice. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has called for collective efforts to deal with the issue of climate change. He made these remarks during separate meetings with the President of Iraq, Abdul Latif Rashid, President of Tajikistan Emomali Rahman, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, and the Prime Minister of Lebanon in Sharm el-Sheikh today. The Prime Minister thanked the international community for extending help to the flood victims of Pakistan. They also discussed bilateral relations as well as regional and international issues. The foreign leaders expressed grief and sorrow over the death and destruction caused by floods in Pakistan. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif held a meeting with Secretary General of Arab League on the sidelines of a climate implementation summit in Sharm el-Sheikh today. They discussed issues of bilateral and mutual interest and agreed on strong cooperation to prevent the devastating effects of climate change. The Prime Minister appreciated the Arab League Charter and the Secretary General's determination to achieve it. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has extended heartiest felicitations to President Ilham and brotherly people of Azerbaijan on their Victory Day, which signifies resilience, courage, and national cohesion. In a tweet today, he prayed that may the commemoration of this day usher in an era of lasting peace and prosperity in the Cancus region. This is Radio Pakistan. China and Pakistan are all-weather strategic cooperative partners which have been supporting each other for common development and in joint efforts to overcome difficulties. These views were expressed by Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijiang during the regular briefing in Beijing today. In response to a question about the debt assistance provided by China and other financial assistance, he said China has done utmost to help Pakistan stabilize its financial situation and would continue to do so in the future. Federal Minister for Information Technology Syed Aminul Haq has said establishment of Information Technology Park in Karachi will turn the city into a digital gateway and help strengthen the national economy. He expressed these views at the foundation stone-laying ceremony of the state-of-the-art Information Technology Park in Karachi today. He said the project will be completed by December 2025 with a cost of 42 billion rupees. The minister said an amount of 35 billion rupees will be provided by Exim Bank of Korea and the remaining amount will be provided by the federal government. He said national and international IT companies will establish their offices in the park and it will create 20,000 jobs for the youth of the country in completion. Minister for Economic Affairs Sardar Ayaz Sadiq has said World Bank's assistance has played and will continue to play a vital role in the socio-economic uplift of Pakistan. He was talking to World Bank's South Asia Regional Director for Infrastructure, Ganze Shen, who called on him in Islamabad today. During the meeting, ministers appreciated the World Bank's continuous support for economic development activities in Pakistan. Minister assured complete assistance and facilitation to the World Bank's team to help expedite the implementation of the development projects. Speaking on the occasion, World Bank's top officials said currently the World Bank portfolio in Pakistan comprises 54 projects worth $13.1 billion. In an attempt to raise the symbol of freedom from hearts and minds of the Kashmiri people, the Modi regime is conspiring to seize the Haidapur residence of the late Qaid-e-Hurriyat, Sayyid Ali Gilani in Srinagar, which continues to serve as a lighthouse for the pro-freedom people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. According to Kashmir Media Service, the state investigation agency is looking for an excuse to seize the residence because of it being a center for resistance against India during the lifespan of Sayyid Ali Gilani. Indian media reported that preparations in this regard have been completed and orders for confiscation of the property may be issued any time. Meanwhile, members of Kashmiri and the Pakistani community and their supporters along with the Kashmir Digital Van gathered outside Indian High Commission in London to condemn Indian atrocities in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The van was marked with slogans like ethnic cleansing of Kashmiris began with Jammu massacre in 1947 and it remained parked outside the High Commission during the protest. China has strongly opposed the visit of the Trade Minister of the United Kingdom to Taiwan. Addressing the regular briefing in Beijing, a spokesman at the Chinese Foreign Ministry, Zhao Lijiang, said Britain must stop any form of official exchanges with Taiwan. He warned that Taiwan's authorities need to stop colluding with foreign forces. The British Trade Minister Greg Hans has arrived at Taipei for a meeting with Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen. He also scheduled to co-host the 25th annual UK-Taiwan trade talks during his two-day visit. In Guinea, at least 22 people have been killed and 8 others injured when a minibus collided with a truck in Knidia region. In the first semi-final of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup between Pakistan and New Zealand will be played at Sydney on Wednesday. The second semi-final will be played between India and England at Adelaide on Thursday. Final between the winning teams will be played at Melbourne on Sunday. And finally, the weather report. Partly cloudy weather with more rain, wind, and thunderstorm is expected in Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Balochistan during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.